Okay, we're going to be watching In the End, who's been playing Reinhardt on Antarctic Peninsula. This is Diamond 1? 3 to 1, something like that. So on PC. Uh, Ryan, one trick, eternally lost in the sauce, please help. Hi, I used to be a GM4, Ryan, back in Season 3. I think maybe Ryan was pretty easy to get value out of back then, but I slipped really hard since then. I think I'm playing Ryan 10 completely wrong. I get flamed and blamed a lot in pretty much every game, and now I'm about low diamond level, but I am still losing. Currently on 13 losses and 2 wins, and I need some help. That's pretty rough. Next update's going to be tough for you. To that end, I would appreciate if anyone could take a look at my last 3 games and point out how am I getting diff so hard. I think my mechanics on Ryan should be good enough for Diamond, but I think my decision making might be holding me back. I would agree with that. I struggle with knowing what to do when the enemy team seems to be good at playing around Ryan with mobility, and I think I get lost in the sauce. I think it would be useful if someone could highlight my biggest weaknesses and that I could specifically work on them, as I struggle improving many things at the same time. I would like to get flamed less and work on doing the standard job as a tank and maybe get the consistent Masters level. So they posted 3 games. I did the Antarctic Peninsula one. Healers complain about keeping me alive all the time, which is fair, but I do not understand how to create space without going aggressive, especially on this map, as I've always been told shield botting is bad. Okay, so I've seen this game already. We're going to cover the first point and the second point. First point, they're going to barely win, and second point, they're going to lose. And I think my overall read here is I don't see GM level gameplay here at pretty much any point, I would say. I think that your mechanics in general are fine, certainly good enough for Diamond. I could see it be Masters. I don't think there's like a big gap between you and Masters by any means. I think your decision making, especially in like tough situations, is not great, and that's really what's going to hold you back. I think that you do understand that aggression is a critical part of it. I don't generally feel like you're overly aggressive. I think the problem is you're not always aggressive at the right times. I think you're passive sometimes when you need to be aggressive, and you're aggressive sometimes when your team can't follow up and you just get blown up immediately. I also think that you don't respect the enemy team's aim very much. You're like, oh, I'm not going to die here, when you definitely could die here. And because the opposing team is like not good enough to really punish you, you don't die as much as you should, and you're like, that's going to be a bad habit as you try to climb further. So for example, like you charge into a Baptiste who like has window. Baptiste has 75 damage on a burst, right, on a body shots. If he lands headshots, which is not unreasonable, it's a tank who's like 5 meters from him. If he lands headshots, that's 150 damage. With window, that is 300 damage per burst, which means if you charge into a solo Baptiste, he can almost kill you from full health, right, depending on how close you are. There's some times where you do that where I'm like, I don't think I would do that, because I don't think that was necessary at that moment in time for you to win the fight. Anyway, let's take a look. So we're going to start out here. It's going to be a Rhine Mirror, and then after that, I can't remember what happens. Maybe they switch to Sigma or something. You're going to fade against Sigma for sure in the second round, and Winston as well. So, talking a little bit about the Rhine Mirror. So for this Rhine Mirror, really key part here is being able to trade positive against the opposing tank. Neither one of you can do anything while one of you is alive, okay? So something that lower rank players talk about all the time is they hear the advice like, ignore the tank, go for the supports, go for the supports, go supports. The problem is, I did a video recently on this, that doesn't mean you could ignore the opposing tank completely. Like the opposing, especially when you're a brawl tank, if the opposing brawl tank is in your way, you basically can never ignore them. You can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna ignore this tank and walk past them to go kill the backline. And I reviewed someone the other day who literally did that. They literally just completely pretended the opposing tank wasn't there and just tried to run past them to the backline, and they got murdered over and over and over again. Because the opposing tank's like, cool, I'll just kill you now, right? Or their tank is just better at pushing your backline than you are at pushing theirs, and then you get stuck in this like no man's land out here and doing literally nothing while you get kited, and their tank ends up like, you know, zoning / killing your entire team. So my perspective here, right, as a GM tank is I cannot do anything here until I get rid of the opposing Rhine. If I can't get rid of the opposing Rhine, neither of us are going anywhere. This is a mirror matchup, right? I basically cannot move forward until I can beat this Rhine. So fire striking backline, great, good, right? Especially if you can hit the Rhine on the same time, great, no problem with that. Pushing past them to swing, not going to happen. Charging past them, not going to happen. Again, charging, the Rhine could wait until you're on the corner, then countercharge you, right? Drop you right here, and then you die. You know, like you charging in is much worse than like trying to just hold this space. So let's imagine. Let's talk a little bit about this. This video is going to be way too long already. I can feel it. So in an even situation where I don't know how this is going to play out, what do? I stay this corner and I just trade damage with the Rhine and I try to land better fire strikes. That's it. Like nothing fancy here. It's okay. I can't necessarily take the advantage, right? Tanks can't always at any given scenario be like, I'm going to go impose my will on the opposing team, because sometimes the situation is just not conducive for that. I need to figure out how is this going to play out. If you look at the team lineups, so they have a Baptiste who is like the best possible brawling support that you could have in a Rhine mirror,
right? And number 2 after that would be Ana. So they have a Baptiste who's going to both heal a lot and damage a lot. They have a Kiriko here who can heal and damage, right? Both these heroes can weave. You have an Ana, which is good, right? No problems there. And you have a Mercy. That Mercy is not going to be helping you at all. So the Rein is going to have twice as much support as you are. I'm not going to win these trades, but that's okay because my Mercy is going to be damage boosting a DPS. And those DPS are going to take this off angle and they're going to eventually win here. So I want you to have that level of thinking in your head, be like, do I need to be the one here? Like, are the resources focused on me here? So for example, if you had a Moira and a Baptiste here, you got to push, right? And that's an area, like your whole team is going to be dependent upon you to push. Like, especially if you have like Moira, Baptiste, Symmetra, Mei. You have to push. Your team has no ability to create space or momentum without you. But in this particular lineup, like your Mercy could boost your Genji, right? And use that, like the boost here in order to be able to take this off-angle control. Like Mercy Genji could potentially beat Genji Hanzo over here, right? Your Reaper could apply pressure to the opposing Rein, right? Or you could go over here and help on the off-angle. You don't need to be pushing right now. But I don't think you have any clue of that. I'm going to guess that you have literally zero clue, like looking at your team lineup, that you have any idea like what could happen here, right? You're not able to project possible ways that this fight could go. And so your own thinking here is, I'm just going to push because I'm a Rein and Rein's push. But again, you can't always push. So for starters, again, I think that the safest thing to do is play this corner until I know that I have an advantage. What's an advantage? An advantage is somebody gets low, somebody gets distracted. I have a DPS that dives in. There's a pick that happens, okay? An important enemy cooldown is used, like something, anything that isn't just me swinging away. Because Rein versus Rein, you guys are going to do identical amounts of damage to each other. Right? There's no skill involved, right? You just swing a hammer, you throw fire strikes, you swing a hammer, you throw fire, like that's it. There's a GM tank or a diamond tank do the exact same amount of damage to each other, excluding like whether or not charges land. So there's no reason to believe that I'm going to be able to create an advantage here. So I want you to play the inside corner here and wait, right? Just try to trade hits until an advantage can happen. And it could be like hitting some good fire strikes, maybe is a good advantage. Right? It depends. Lots of different variables. If you're going to push to this side is very dangerous because it's going to take you far away from cover, and now you create the opportunity for the Rein to charge in and then lock you off from your team. Now, that could be bad for the opposing Rein, but if he's doing that, it's probably because his team has created an advantage and you're going to die because you're going to isolate it from your supports. Like the Rein could literally charge in, right, force you behind here, hold shield, block healing, and then their team goes and cleans you up in the backline. So I think crossing over here is dangerous. I think once you play here, you create an advantage, and then you push in this way. I think this is fine. I think stepping out here is dangerous and exposes you unnecessarily. Talking about the Rein mirror, I've talked about this in a bunch of other games, right? I think one of my standard resources actually links to talking about the Rein mirror, so I'm not going to talk about too much right here. You really should know this already. If you're going to GM, you should like intimately understand the Rein mirror. Like all the things I'm about to talk about, you should be like, oh yeah, I know all this stuff. But a huge part of determining who is going to win a Rein mirror, right? Or I would say a statistic that strongly correlates with who is the better Rein is who can get more swings in on the opposing Rein. Now this might be interesting to think about because Rein swing at the exact same rate, right? Whether or not your GM Rein, Bronze Rein, you swing at the same rate. But the thing is, between animation canceling, corner attacking around walls, kiting out of range after your hammer swings, and also understanding when the opposing Rein cannot swing because they have to hold shield to not die, all that plays into, over the course of a game, the better Rein will swing a lot more and land a lot more hits than the worse Rein. So knowing, look, hey, their team is, like, for example, here's a simple scenario. My team is a Bastion, he pops Assault Form, I can swing away, because their Rein can't not hold shield or he's going to get shredded. Like, that's like the most obvious read there is that I can get a bunch of swings in there. Right? Now, how would you counter that as the opposing Rein is, I know the opposing Bastion has Assault Form, I play near cover, he goes Assault Form, I immediately go around corner and I start swinging. That way I can equal up the swings against the Rein despite the fact that they have a Bastion because I am in cover. Then when Assault Form ends, I can now push aggressively because their team's DPS is dropped by like half because there's no Assault Form Bastion anymore, and now I can run to the enemy Rein, and if he tries to swing on me, he's going to get burned down faster. Okay? That's like a very basic read here. I'm not feeling that out of you whatsoever. So, why do I not feel that? So number one, as mentioned, okay, we get that early swing in, great. So you go face to face, just watching the space. So if you're not sure if you're going to win a trade against a Rein, you should always stay at max swing range, right? So like, let me back up. It's roughly around here. This is roughly max swing range right here. It's about 5 meters-ish. So Here is where I'm like, hey, look, if I don't know I'm gonna win, I'm just gonna swing and I'm gonna step back as he steps forward. If he steps backwards, I can step forwards a little bit to match him to stay in this range. Why? Because if I'm like, look, I'm not going to win this, I can just back off, and the range, I'm just out of range, I'm probably going to be able to start dodging and create a little bit of space. Hammers also budge the target just a little bit, and I can potentially create a little bit of space here for him to not be able to chase me infinitely. But if I'm face to face, like touching, like belly to belly, then I'm in huge trouble if I suddenly realize I need to disengage, because I don't have space to be able to disengage out of that, and I'm committed. And being committed is really bad unless you are the winning side of the commitment. And if I don't know, assume you are the losing side of the commitment until you have other information otherwise. So you go belly to belly right now, right? See how you're on top of each other? Neither one of you can now disengage. You are stuck in like a death battle at this point in time. So you can't disengage here unless the other side will want you or let you disengage. But the thing is, look at your health. Your health is currently at 2/3. His health at full, which means in the absence of anything else happening, their Ryan is going to win this trade, and he can just keep swinging at, literally there's no skill here, right? Just keep swinging at you, and then you die. Because there's nothing you can do here other than like potentially getting like a lucky charge out of here and killing him. But you are in big trouble right now, but you don't even know that. Also, you are 2/3 health, and you're stepping away from cover, see? Everything we see here, like I know we're going through like literally like the first 5 seconds of contact in the game, but there's so many mistakes here that like just jump out in terms of like your lack of understanding of the tank on tank matchup, playing around the composition of your team, playing around the supports that you have, and the Ryan versus Ryan matchup. Like there's so many things that are wrong here, and if I'm imposing Ryan, I already feel like I'm gonna win this game. Like literally, like just the first 5 seconds, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to win, because I don't think you actually know what you're doing at like a higher rank level. And granted, the opposing rank's probably also Diamond 3, Diamond 1, whatever it is. But like you can kind of feel that you're like, oh shoot, and then you end up disengaging here. And the reason why you disengage is the opposing Ryan actually is going to give you some space, because he's not sure. He's like, oh, am I going to win this? Probably because he sees the Reaper. But the reality is he actually is going to win this. He can keep swinging here because the Reaper's not actually in huge danger range. He can keep swinging here until he takes like 2 shots of the Reaper. Then he can like jump back and shield hop backwards if needed. But he wants to keep trading right now, but he doesn't know that because he is also not that good at this game. Versus this GM, I think you just keep swinging and then you just die. So he's going to give you a little bit of space. Then he's like, wait, actually, I can't go back in. So he gave up a swing, and now he comes back in, and now you're taking a ton of damage. And now you're forced to do like a charge to try to like maybe like turn the situation around. But the thing is, like, you've given up a ton of space, you've given up a ton of resources, because now you're super low, so you can't create space, and the opposing Ryan can do basically whatever he wants, right? Reaper Race forms here, he should block right now, and he doesn't. Again, enemy tanks make mistakes too. This is a bad read by him to realize, oh, you think, oh, I can kill these guys, but the whole team is here, Anna's here, right? Nades in, or rather sleeps in, misses him very luckily, right? And then he's gonna die, and he's swinging here for no reason. So, did you, quote unquote, win this fight? You did, but it's not because of anything you did. Right? The opposing Ryan had a huge advantage here. If he just slowed down at that point in time, played back, I think he's good. Right? And he has a strong advantage to be able to be like, okay, you know what? I can hold this space, right? I can go and like cap the point, like whatever ends up being. But I think him continuing to press there ends up being a mistake. So, what do we do after that? So we're going to cap the point, not really through our actions, but through the enemy tank making a mistake. We're going to charge out here. I like understand this, but I think that once you like got around here and you're like, wait, this is too far, I think you just abort, right? I abort right here, swing, right? Maybe kill the Hanzo, drop low, reset the point. Instead, you follow the Baptiste all the way out. Okay, you get the pin here, great, but the problem is you're very extended, so you have to be able to get back, and maybe you will. You're very lucky that the Kiriko did not go towards the Mega. You're gonna get the Mega, you're gonna burn down for side, and then you die. This is a throw. This is a throw. I'm gonna make very clear. You dying here is throwing. Like, there's no need, like, when you're like, oh, how do I create space, etc., without being aggressive? It's true, but you don't need to create space right now. Your team is capping the point. Why are you all the way out here? Right? Just play slow. There's no reason why you need to do this. And part of this is because this is a low enough rank that everyone's standing on point. So at higher ranks, everyone would be following, or most people would be following you off point, and maybe you get away with this. But the reality is your teammates are not at that level. Right? You are not at that level either. And then you make a very bad call, getting triple teamed right here, and then dying. This is a throw. This is like objectively a throw. So you end up giving the enemy team control of the point. I think the first fire strike is fine. I think the second fire strike is bad. I think both fire strikes are bad. I think both of them were low percentage fire strikes. But going back to Ryan mirror, right? Remember, more hammer swings equals better Ryan, typically. So notice their Ryan's going to come up. He does one swing right there, which is honestly an advantage. You could have started your swing now and gotten one swing ahead of him. But now you're fire striking, but still walking forwards, which puts you in range of his hammer swing. So now you eat a hammer swing here first, and now you're only just started trading back. So he gets that first swing, so he could, for example, swing one more time and get around the corner. Granted, he's low right now, but like in general, him being hit first is not a good sign. So this lamp means nothing. I literally wouldn't even bother attacking it, because like no one's gonna die in the next like 4 seconds that this lamp is gonna be active. Who cares? The lamp literally does nothing. It doesn't even give you ultra for hitting it. So, you go for the swings here. I think he gets you on that hit. So, he barely misses you that one. So, he hits you with Fire Strike, you charge in. But let's back up here. What is causing me to want to charge right now? I have a full health Ryan. Basically, the whole team's full health here. The Hanzo's at half-ish health. Genji's at like 2/3 health, but he's about to get healed up. So only Hanzo's here is half. I think you would know from the Fire Strike that you hit him. But besides that, like there's 2 supports here. They have all their cooldowns, I presume. Right? Kiriko doesn't have Suzu, and Baptiste. I guess no. Lamp is used. Lamp is used. Okay, so you definitely know about Lamp. I don't think you know about Suzu, and I know I checked this earlier. So Kiriko's gonna Suzu right now. You have no vision of this Suzu. Maybe you heard it. Maybe you heard it. Maybe you saw that like brief flash over there. I think it is unlikely, but still, even then, I think this is not a good call. So again, right now, I'm at 430 health. Okay, well, let's check your team situation. If you look back here, where the hell's your team? Your Reaper's here, Mercy's here, okay? Ana's still running up, and your Genji is just respawned. You're forcing a at best 4v5, at worst 3v5 right now, for no reason. You wait 10 seconds, great, now at 5v5, I can fight this. Unless you have a massive advantage, this is a really bad idea. Okay? I'm going to open that before we even go through like what actually ends up happening. That's number 1. This is a bad idea. Your team is not with you. You don't have a numbers advantage. I don't even see you look back for your team ever, which is like a huge sign that you're like not GM level or like even close. So you don't like look for your team. You're not aware of where your team is. You just say, I'm going to go right now because right now is the time to go. This is bad tank play. Not just Ryan play. This is bad tank play. Starting point. Number 1. Number 2. For tank ultimates, most tank ultimates are disable/crowd control abilities. You must always think, if I'm going to pop my tank ultimate, am I going to kill them or am I expecting my team to kill them? So for example, Zarya Grav, okay? If I'm expecting to kill them, I need to be high energy, I need to have ammo. If I don't have high energy and I don't have ammo when I Grav, I'm certainly not going to kill them, right? If I expect my team to kill them, I need to make sure that they are disabled someplace where my team has line of sight and is within my team's effective range. Not like grabbing them at their spawn, right, across the map, but grabbing them close. Same thing applies to Shatter. Am I expected to kill them, or is my team expected to kill them? And it can vary, right, depending on the situation. If I'm expected to kill them, if I Shatter, like, let's say an Ana right here, I can Shatter, yeah, I can go ahead and kill her. That's no problem. I don't need my team for that. But out here, where there's a bunch of people, and you're definitely thinking about the Shatter right now, the team is not going to be able to help you. So you charge, you cancel, and you do a Shatter here. Where is your team? Your team is not anywhere. Your Reaper just teleported here, right? Like, in the critical period of time where you've shattered everyone, there is literally not a single teammate who has LOS of this fight. You've jumped into forced this fight. For the record, remember, this is not them fighting you. You chose this fight. You chose to take this 5-on-3. Or 5-on-1, really. Why? Right? Like, what was going through your mind when you decided to take this fight? Yeah, I can land a charge on the full health Rhine? This is a terrible play. This is objectively a terrible play, a terrible use of ultimate. Not only that, you're going to mess up the mechanics here too. So you're going to charge the Rhine, you Shatter. First of all, you should have gone to the left to try to get 4. Right? The Kiriko here is definitely shatterable within all 4 of these. That is number 1. Number 2, if you didn't know that Kiriko didn't have Suzu, this is a throw, because the Kiriko would immediately just wake everybody up and make them invincible and heal them. And that would be a massive like turnaround, waste of your ultimate. But let's charitably say that you knew Suzu was on cooldown. Even then, at this point in time, number 1 thing is confirm kills. Right away, the Kiriko's still alive. Fire Strike down a line here. Hits the Rhine, hits the, Baptiste, right? Hits the Baptiste and hits the Hanzo, instantly kills the Hanzo. Then step forward, swing right to left as you hit the Rhine, and hit the Baptiste for the kill. Alternatively, I mean, you're at 94 health, so you may die like instantly regardless. But like, alternatively, throw the Fire Strike and then shield, and then try to salvage this situation. But assuming you didn't have like 100 health, the correct move is Fire Strike followed by swing to kill the Baptiste, right? So the Baptiste and Hanzo are dead. Then try to finish off the Kiriko. Is that what you do? So we've slammed. What do? We swing at the Rhine, right? Now you just walk forward and then you die. I mean, I think you would have killed the Hanzo with the next swing if the Genji hadn't killed you. But remember, you picked this fight, right? This is like when a little guy fights like a really big guy, right, on the street, and they go up there and you choose to take that fight against them, and then you get like the stuffing beaten out of you. Why did you choose this fight? You're the one who initiated it. This is just objectively bad decision making that you're making right here. You waste ultimate, you waste team's time, right? It's just everything here is just really ugly. Somehow your team gets a pick without you, which is great. Genji pops Blade. So the second he pops Blade, right here, he pops Blade, I look, where is my team? Because the Genji's not going to kill you. There's zero chance the Genji is going after the full health Reinhardt who just came from spawn. He is going after my team. So either he's going for this Genji, in which case nothing I can do about that because I don't have charge, or he's going for my support / wherever my other DPS is. So I see him pop Blade, I look, I see, okay, great. So I have an Ana down here, and I have a Mercy down here, and I immediately drop to intercept the Genji. That is the correct call here. Is that what you do? No. You walk away from your team this way, and now the Genji goes in on your Ana, and now you're like, oh shoot, I bet I should go help here. And then he ends up killing your Ana. The Ana is a baller and kills him regardless. Trades for him despite having Blade. Yeah. Just sloppy, right? Like, just literally be like, okay, Blade, yeah, drop down. Just immediately bodyguard your Ana. Like, that's your job here. Now you're like, oh shoot, you're just a few seconds too short, like consistently on like processing what you need to do in this situation. It just doesn't feel right here. We're charging here. I think this charge is fine. Yep, cancel that right away. Yep, get the Fire Strike. Good Fire Strike kill. You go for the Rhine. All right. So I don't know that you want to be throwing Fire Strike there. I would reconfirm lock on the Rhine because okay, this is like somewhat more advanced stuff. I skipped too far. Yeah. Wait, where did I end up going? Okay, so Ryan's gonna charge in. You have one Fire Strike charge right now. I know that there's two heroes here, the Kiriko and the Rhine. So for my next Fire Strike, I want to ideally hit the Kiriko with it because she might be killable, and she is in fact killable. She's under 100 health. So I want to be maximizing this next Fire Strike. If this Rhine was about to die, sure, I can Fire Strike cancel to try to get the kill. But if he's not about to die, I can save it because no matter what, we're going to be swinging at each other for the next like 5-6 seconds. So right here, you go for the Fire Strike, but it's not lined up. You see there's no possible way that you can hit the Kiriko. So versus going for that, you should have walked to the right, swung here, and then throw the Fire Strike to potentially give you a chance. It's not a high chance, you're pretty far away. I'd say at best like 20% chance, but like you've literally nothing else to do. It doesn't change your DPS at all. You know, just wait another fraction of a second to get a better lineup and then go for the Kiriko swing. GM Rhines are doing that all the time, trying to maximize their Fire Strikes to get as many people as possible. I actually have a video linked in my gameplay guide where I farm shatter in like 21 seconds or something insane just from getting multi-Fire Strike hits like over and over and over again. So like that's the stuff that you need to be thinking about if you ever want to get back to GM, because none of this stuff feels right to me. All right, we're chilling up here. I don't know why we're pushing right now. Like there are 4 teammates over here. There's a Tracer behind you. You are solo pushing into a Baptiste and a Rhine. I don't know what you're doing. Like it's like hard for me to even predict like what I feel like, again, like your perspective on Rhine is I am Rhine, therefore I push. Like that feels like the limit of your decision-making model. I am Rhine, I see the enemy, I push towards the enemy no matter what. This spot here, perfectly good. It is totally normal on Antarctic Peninsula to hold this area indefinitely. You don't need to push up here unless you have an advantage. You in a 1-on-2 situation had no advantage, there's no reason for you to be pushing. You countercharge, you do it late, that's fine. This Fire Strike's recklessly dangerous. So, again, the little things are the differentiator between you and like GM level play or Masters play even. Okay, So you get charged up here. This is a good counter charge, okay? You're in cover, their Ryan's in the open. This is a good counter charge, right play. Window gets popped, I hold shield, or just walk around the corner. There's no reason for me to take this fight right now. Instead, you decide I'm gonna fire strike them. You could just straight up die right now. The Hanzo just popped Storm Arrow. Storm Arrow fires 5 arrows, each one of the arrows does 60 damage. That's 300 damage. Through a window, which doubles damage, he can do 600 damage in like 1 second. That's not even including the Baptiste here shooting you. You could just die right now. Right? Like, this is nuts. You cannot do this. You are so lucky that the Hanzo just doesn't like, instantly kill you right now. See? Like, he just shot 2 arrows that missed you completely. 3rd arrow misses you. Actually, you walk into that, right? And he's not going for headshots. And he misses another. He just missed 4 out of 5 arrows on you and you were stunned. This is not going to happen at higher ranks. Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, but, like, this is important to flag because you're like, oh, I want to get back to Masters or whatever. If you're having trouble winning diamond level games, Masters is going to be brutal for you. Like, you're going to get absolutely wrecked because you're not going to be used to how fast you take damage. Tanks are very squishy when you don't know what you're doing. I think this is fine letting the tank run in, right? Trying to countercharge him, I understand. I probably would have waited a beat to see if he stepped out before doing this, but otherwise I think this is okay, right? I think forcing fight on the point is good. Suzu Force, yep, this is good. Very lucky at the Tracer right now. So, let's examine the situation, right? 1, 2, 3. I have my Ana, and I think was Mercy's dead. You have somebody else here, I thought. Yeah, Genji. So you have the Genji here, you have your Ana here. So this is currently a 3-on-3 situation. What do you need to do right now? Frankly, nothing. Weirdly enough, you don't need to do anything. I do not want to take any risks right now unless I'm very confident that risk is going to lead to a fight win. Because we have point control right now. So if I just stall here and find ways to reduce damage and slow the fight down where both sides are doing less damage, that's good for me because we have the point, which means every second this fight goes on, it's going to get better and better. That means the onus is on them, the pressure is on them to push us. Right? And if they need to push us, it's more likely they will make a mistake. For example, maybe the Ryan will charge around the corner, maybe the Baptiste will get out of position, right? Give an opening to the Genji, right? There's a lot of things, maybe like, you know, he hits some shurikens. There are a lot of things. Now, obviously, we could also get picked, but that's okay because that risk is going to exist no matter what. If we play slow, play cover, right? Play, for example, behind this pillar, slow things down, step on point only when I need to, right? And then, you know, force the fight at that point. That's good, right? That all is good for us. I would also note, I would not expect you to know this at this time. I think you should know this is a 3-on-3. Sorry, it's actually a 4-on-3. Yeah, even more reason to not do this. Yeah, 4-on-3. I think you definitely are expecting to lose this fight. I think you just slow it down. Right? Your Reaper is rejoining. That's what I was gonna say. I don't think I would expect you to realize how close the Reaper was to the situation, but I think you just want to slow. So, good example. Slow down. Slow down. Right? Ryan is purple, but I'm low. The Hanzo's looking at me. Even if I push purple doesn't make him any more vulnerable to me specifically. He has basically the same amount of health as me. You can just trade out with you, and nothing's gonna happen. I want to slow the fight down. So just chill. Don't get in hammer range. This is speeding up the fight. And this is a great example of like, hey, you don't know what you're doing. Because you go up to the Rhine, you miss the swing, then you're face to face, he's going to swing at you. You should at least trade here maybe, but instead you take a hit and don't do any damage. And now you try to fire strike him, the Rhine's going to go by you, which never should have happened. You should have intercepted the Rhine to fight him. At this moment in time, you should charge. No? Okay, not going to charge the Rhine? Fine, right? And then he's going to chase down and kill your Ana. So I'm going to give you the vertical view to realize just like how silly this is. Again, you have your Ana here, your Genji has engaged, this is a 4-on-3, so unlikely to win, but just slow it down, get as much percentage, right? Get 75, 80% plus before you lose this fight, all good, right? Don't force any ultimate, or don't use any ultimates here, try to force out enemy ultimates, like that's what you want to be playing for right now. Your Ana is here, she can pocket you through this easily, you don't do anything about the Reinhardt gets woken, walks over, slowly chases down your Ana and kills her. This is brutal. As a support player, I would be so mad here. All you gotta do is just stand in front of the Rhine. I can heal you. Their Rhine's not gonna need healing right now because the Genji's on the Baptiste. Or was on the Baptiste. So, this, like, you see how low the Rhine is? Like, literally one swing or a fire strike here means he's dead. This is very sloppy play. Like, you look like you're running around, like, with no clue what you're doing. See? You push up here and you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to swing. I'm not going to swing. Now I'm going over here for some reason, and you're letting your Ana get pushed down. Now you charge in, but way too late. Yeah. All in all, just not good play. I think it's Jason. I think this is a relatively easy win. Oh, no. I don't think it's even worth me analyzing this one. Let's go charge off. Ryan's coming in. You are in very, very deep, so that's extremely dangerous right now. I don't think you should ever miss this charge. You can see that he's clearly dropping off the cliff. So just hold left, right? Hold left. Hold left. You're just going straight. Hold left. This is the easiest pin of your life. You get super low here. You pull back. You go for the Baptiste. I don't know why you didn't cancel that right away as soon as you missed him. Like, this Baptiste is living forever on you, and he should have been dead an hour ago. You get hacked. You're getting blown up. Try to stay alive. Most important thing is not to die here, right? You have your Ana here. You can just stay alive, right? This is potentially turnable if you stay alive. Now you need to step. Yeah, you're looking for multi-fire strike hits. So I'm looking for this big hit right here where they all straighten out. I'm looking for like a 2, 3, possibly even 4-man shot right there. That is too far to the right. I can already tell, like, you need to go to the left. Everyone's dodging to the left as soon as they see you throw it. That's got to be going to the left. Little details like that matter. I don't think this charge is so good, but you end up landing it. But the problem is, it's a 3-on-1. You're super and super deep. Your Ana's dead, and you can't win this fight. Just backing up here and noting for a second. Again, the Baptiste should have been dead literally an hour ago. You should have been helping back here. Like, just stay near your Ana, right? Stay near your Ana, keep their Ryan off of your Ana, and you're in just such better shape. But this charge right here takes them away. I don't think you need to do this, right? It also allows your Ana to die. Yeah. Oh, she dies to hack, I think. But yeah, I mean, either way, it's fine. I mean, you still have one final fight here. The problem is the enemy team has ultimates and you don't. But you're going to charge in. This is insane. This is what I'm talking about, like charging into a Baptiste with window. Yeah, see, like, let's just watch. Like, that's the first burst. He misses most of it. I think he didn't hit any headshots there. Like, I'm telling you, if against a GM Baptiste, you are literally dead or nearly dead if you do that. Yeah, that's like reckless. There's no need to do that charge, right? Just clear off the people close. Charge this way, clear the Sombra, clear the Tracer, right? Create a little space, and then, window's probably expiring, then start working your way this way and do whatever you need to do. For the record, Winston would be so good against this lineup. Alright, so you're just chilling around. Shatter, you don't turn for the Shatter, which I think was a mistake, but you go for the Shatter on Tracer. It's incredibly telegraphed. You're just staring at her the whole way. She has Blink, easily dodges it. Not even worth throwing it, honestly. She rewinds, right? Now I wait for one Blink and then I would Shatter her. But you definitely should be holding Shatter right now. But they're not able to get on, and then your game's like, yeah. Okay, that's first point down, which is already pretty rough. Let's cover second point, which you're actually going to lose this one. So Sigma's there. Again, I wouldn't focus too much on the Tracer. Like, you literally can't do anything against her typically, and she's not bothering anybody else right now. So I would just be like, just chill. Okay, just chill. She's going to play my off angle. I can't really do a whole lot about it. I'm going to wait for the rest of my team to, like, develop and, like, create some space and some angles. Because right now I'm tying up two heroes, right? I'm tying up the Sigma, I'm tying up the Tracer. Just chill. Honestly, just chill here, right? Hold shield, wait. I'm, like, looking to see. It's not really shield botting, right? Because I'm not using the shield to be like, oh, the shield's the way that I'm going to win this game. I'm using shield to buy myself time for my team to develop and make plays. This only works if I'm already in a winning position, which I am right now, by having two heroes focus me down and just shooting my shield exclusively. So I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm like, look, two heroes want to attack me? That's fine. I'll just chill. But you try to force your way to the Sigma. Again, this is dangerous because the Tracer can come in and attack you or go after your backline. So I do not think it's the right choice to try to push right here. See, she immediately forces you to go back anyway. And now you're low on shield, and now the time where you get distracted by the Tracer, the Sigma's able to rotate, and now he's creating pressure on the point. This is you doing nothing, and there's Sigma doing something, right? Previously, when you were here, this was fine. This is good. You can sit here and shield if you want to. But now, 10 seconds later, this is bad because you're now out of position. You're not doing anything right now. You're the one sitting in the side, right? not applying any pressure or having any value. The Trace is constantly peppering you for damage, and now you charge in late. The Sigma had a rock here, by the way, and definitely should have rocked you. Yeah, I don't think he registers it. Yeah, so right there I would have... Oh, no, he doesn't rock. He doesn't rock. It's right about to finish. But Sigma dodges it. That's fine. I'm not worried about missed charges, okay? As long as it's a good charge, and I think this charge was okay. I don't think if you're at this point, like, I want to just go for the Ana, right? Charge, take the close fight, swing, cancel swing, shield block the sleep dart, kill her. That's the way you should take that fight. Not go for the Sigma. But go for the Shatter Strike, you hit the Ana, you ignore the Sigma completely. I think this is questionable. I honestly would just go for the Sigma right now because the supports are zoned. They don't have control of the corner, and your Genji was applying pressure to them. So I think it's fine right now to just kill the Sigma. I think leaving the Sigma alive is tricky, but you go for the supports. So at this point, I don't know why you didn't commit. If you're going to go for this, fine. I didn't expect the Ana to try to repeat this, but if you want to go 2, right? Fire Strike cancel, kills her right now. But you go for a third swing, fine. Fire Strike cancel, kills her right now. Just keep her centered on your screen, she dies. Like, no matter which way she dies, as long as you have it centered on her, she dies. But why are you backing up right now? See? You could just kill the Ana. The moment when you actually get a chance, where you're like, yes, I can be aggressive. I can kill the Ana here, and then potentially kill the Mercy after that, you decide to let them off the hook. That's what's confusing about your play, is like you're not making the right reads, like, so much of the time. You know, if we imagine this as like a chess game, okay, in terms of like optimal moves, 0 to 100%. 100% is like you're literally a chess robot, right, playing perfect moves every single move, and 0% is you're playing the wrong move every single time. You know, if you look at typical GM players, you're looking at something like 85 to 90% plus, like right moves. In Diamond, I think you'd expect something like 60%-ish. I think you're lower than that even. I have no idea why, when you're full health, healthy, right, not full health, but like healthy-ish, right, 374, fighting against a Mercy who can't do damage, and an Ana here, who is one-shottable in melee range, literally just swing again, you would have killed her, and then you let them off the hook. And now you're backing off, which allows the supports to get back into the fight. You charge the Sigma, which is very lucky, but you're going to die out here. Why? Because you're stuck. Oh, are you going to die? Maybe you'll live. Treasure wants you so bad. Oh my god, your supports do a great job keeping you alive. Nope, you finally die. And you die because, why did you do this charge to begin with? Like, think about it. You were here with the Ana nearly dead in one hit from killing, and you decided you didn't want to fight that. Now, you're 15 meters away, you have even less health than you did then, and the Ana's full health. What has changed in the last 5 seconds that suddenly makes you like, oh, now I want to go in, when it's a lot harder for me to confirm this kill? You know, like, this is all rough. All rough stuff. Alright, I'm going right now. Your team, this support, whoever they are, is like super good. They're consistently showing up on the scoreboard, like getting picks over and over and over again. I feel like if you just bodyguarded that support, they probably could have carried you through this game. Alright, so for some reason we're all the way out here pushing the Sigma. The Sigma beats you to the Mega, but doesn't pick it up! Walks in front of it. Still not... And then I think maybe he gets it, or maybe you get it? Who gets it here? I know this doesn't actually matter. I just want to point out, like, this is the level of play we're at, where the enemy tank walked past the Mega... No, he gets it. Walks past the Mega, and it's like, oh wait, there's a Mega health pack, and walks back. Like, this is not... this is nothing resembling anything close to Grandmaster or even Master's level play. Anyway, you're stuck here, you're swinging away, you are super overextended, and then you're gonna die. So let's say, like, how did we get here? How did we get here? So we're on the point, we're charging, I'm going against the Sigma, I'm way off the point. For the record, the point is not capped, right? This is the same problem we ran into with the first point. The point is not capped, so your team still needs to cap it. You're all the way out here, fighting the Sigma, who has a Mega health pack, and definitely was going to beat you to that no matter what. Then you get pinned down, and now you're going to die. This is throwing. There is no excuse for this behavior. I understand you want to be aggressive. This is not the right time to be aggressive. Maybe that's like the overall theme is, I don't think you have any idea when you should be aggressive or not. You have like no patience, right? Every single fight is like, oh, I'm going to charge in and go for it. And then when you do have advantage, you can kill them. You're like, I'm going to let them off the hook for I don't know what reason. Like, you need to re-examine your fundamental decision-making methods. Like, what causes you to think you can push right now? For example, right now, can I push? No. Okay, I just lost one. I have people. I have my tracer on the right, and I have 3 on the left. There's 2 supports there, and one of them is Ana. I cannot push, but we have point control, so just play slow. So I just want to retreat back to this side of the point, and I want to hold shield, and I want to milk this shield as long as I possibly can. And if an opportunity arises, sure, I'll take it. But otherwise, just play slow. That's all you have to do right now. Is that what you do? No, see? Like, right away. Oh, my God. The best support in Diamond. So you're like, okay, now I'm going to push. Granted, you started pushing before the Tracer died. Once the Tracer died, I think that was actually okay to push. But I'm just noting, it's like, I win even if I do 0 damage here. Because they need to push me off the point to win. So I don't need to bully the Sigma here, but you can at this moment in time. With the Tracer alive, you could not. But with the Tracer dead, you can definitely bully here. All right, Sigma gets nanoed. Sigma's going for Flux. This is the worst combination in the game. I hate when people do this when I play Sigma. It doesn't help at all because it only only damage boosts the 50 pickup damage. So wow, it does 75 damage plus 50% instead of 50 plus 50%. It's not valuable. All right, obviously can't do anything about the Sigma anymore. So now's the opportunity to pressure the supports because you holding shield here is not going to help at all, right? They're in the air, so rip. When did the Pharah get here though? Wait, how long has the Pharah been here? Oh no, she just got here. Okay, yes. So I'm like, wait, did I miss that? Okay, Pharah just got here. You can't do anything about Pharah, can't do anything about the Sigma, just go for the supports. This is now time to charge the Ana and try to cancel and block it with a sleep dart. Okay, she used sleep for some reason. This is peak Diamond level play. You're holding the shield the whole time and she just decides to fire at you for some reason. I think she thinks Shatter is coming and she's probably trying to guess it, but if that's the case, she should have been playing close to the corner to be able to dodge this. Either way, this doesn't make any sense. She has no charge, so the second that sleep dart hits the shield, I charge. Right there, I charge right now. Right? Why not? She dies. Nothing, mathematically, I don't care if she's the best Ana in the world, nothing she can do to stop you from killing her right now. Even the Mercy comes back and pockets her, you could easily outdamage that, as we saw from 2 fights ago. I do not understand why you are not charging right now. You finally have an advantage, there's nothing the opposing team can do to you, you decide not to fight it. Now you charge the Sigma, who's at full health while the Ana's still alive, you get rocked here, you get grenaded, you're doing basically nothing. Alright, reminder, you're still low. Half health is low for a tank. This is crazy for you to be pushing right now because you can get blown up instantly. I think you just need to play slow there and just play the point. Just stay alive, hold space. Alright, you're blowing the Rein here, or the Sigma. Sigma dies, okay, great. Alright, go over here, clear it out. So, despite everything, looking good. Sigma swapped Winston. He's here. I think you can just go up here, like play this point, play this corner, and just swing away. Alright, you're low now, you're going to shatter. Okay, that's fine. So, you definitely should have opened with the Fire Strike, right? As a reminder, one-shot combo for 200 health is Shatter, which does 50, plus Fire Strike, which is 150, plus Swing, which is 85, so that's 235 total. So, after the Shatter, Fire Strike these 2, right? Or if you step to the right, you can Fire Strike and kill or hit the Genji as well, right? 1 Fire Strike, step up, swing double kill. Then come back, kill a Genji and Winston. Like, this basic combo, despite shattering these, you kill none of them until after they start getting up and the Ana actually, like, finally dies. And the soldier dies, but not to you. Like, this basic combo of, like, killing 200 health heroes with Shatter, like, you gotta be able to do that. Like, that's, like, platinum level. Alright, chilling here. Alright, trying to fire another Fire Strike. I don't think you should do this. You are super low, and you're playing away from cover. There's no reason to be going to left right now. But previously, you got away with this because you could shatter. I still don't think that was a good call, because that was incredibly risky that you got the shatter off. But this time, this is no way this is the correct call. There's no world where this is the correct call, and you're just going to die. Again, look at this. What are you doing? What are you doing? Now, granted, you die here because the supports both get distracted, right? She heals the Baptiste, and then she throws the Suzu late, and then for the Baptiste, he's like damage pressuring, and then the Kiriko's here, which distracts him. So he looks at the Kiriko, trying to help up here, and then by the time he gets to you, you're dead. But he has no regen burst and he has no lamp, and you should have known that he at least didn't have lamp because you should have seen lamp earlier. This is throwing. Literally just sit at this corner and just swing and hold and be like, oh god, they're pushing me. Okay, I can back up to here, right? Oh, we can back up to here. You don't ever feel like you want to retreat either. I think that's also a good common theme. I don't think you understand the concept of retreating. I think you think I'm going to push forward as far as I can, and I'm going to sit at that corner until I die, or I can push forward again. In this sense, I think that you fundamentally misunderstand how to play tank, right? You understand, like, look, is this a winnable fight? If it's not a winnable fight, can I retreat? Then I'll retreat, you know? It's like there's a lot more complexity to it than that, but like I'm just noting that like I don't even feel like retreating is a thought that you have right now when things change like not your way. I think this is a terrible charge. You can get burned down. Yeah. See, I didn't even need to watch this game to know what the outcome is. I watched the charge and I'm like, what are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heroes on 360 degrees of you. You're charging a target that has fade, and the Winston can bubble to block all healing behind you. Does he get bubble? Oh, I guess he doesn't have bubble right now. But regardless, you also break LOS of your whole team, and there is nobody here. Can you imagine being your Baptiste right now? Okay. See, your Baptiste is like, what are you doing? Like, you see that pause? You see that pause, and he's like, how do I play with this tank? It doesn't make any sense. The Baptiste is still rotating back, and you're dead right now. Even if he threw lamp at you the moment he possibly could, you still would be dead. This is like unplayable. All right, we're coming up again. All right, get hit. Okay, so you get a lucky double hit here. So you hit the Moira here. Continue pushing the Moira. Who cares about the Winston? The Winston's not a problem, right? Winston's that can't beat Baptiste Kiriko. Kill the Moira. Force fade. You ignore the Moira despite the fact that the Moira's right here. Right? You should have walked through the Moira, force fade, go in, force swift step. Okay, great. Now, look at my team. Go after the Winston. Right? Winston jumps out, charge out, finish kills. There's so much that's wrong here. Like, all over the place. So, Cassidy kills Genji. You miss the charge, which is like, fine. I mean, again, missing charges is not really a big problem. Like, it happens. So, the problem here is you're going to hear the soldier shooting here, okay? You just go for the Winston and the Moira, but you have no ability. The Winston has jump, so who cares, right? He's going to just jump out of this. Actually, he fails to jump out of that. But the Moira's in here. You're not going to be able to catch up to her before she gets fade. At a minimum, stay here and keep working the Winston down, because the Winston has full health and he just messed up his jump. Like, I would have realized that as soon as he jumped, right? Because I would have seen the jump and I would hear him land next to me. You should have canceled this and been working the Winston down right now. So you should be right here, swinging, burning the Winston down. Especially with Kitsune, like, this is quite dangerous. Okay, they pop Primal, fine. I retreat with my team, and we all play safe. But instead, you're over here wasting your time trying to chase the Moira. Moira pops Coalescence. You're doing literally nothing right now. You chase on the Moira, who's going to let you kill her because she's a fool. And now you're sitting on point. But there's still a fight going on right now. Why are you on the point? So, here's Soldier. Soldier's coming in with Visor. Are we doing anything to stop this Soldier? Are we blocking his line of sight? Are we damage pressuring him? Are we trading for his back line? We're doing none of these things. We're just throwing a Fire Strike, and then we watch him kill 1, 2, 3, and now we're stuck on point. And now our Genji needs to clutch and kill everybody, which he is not. And then we die. You know, like, I cannot defend this play at all. I would never throw Fire Strike like that because that is a very easy deflect back into your team. When you're this far away, it's very common he deflects. He misses it because he drops below level, but he would have hit probably 3 of you with that Fire Strike. You should never throw Fire Strike when the Genji's looking at you frontline. Alright, window gets popped. You could have taken a moment, by the way, to step backwards and throw a Fire Strike and potentially get a one-shot kill, but that's fine. Alright, bubble gets popped. You're looking for the shatter. Everyone knows you're looking. It's so your body language is so obvious you're looking for the shatter, by the way. I'm gonna play from the other side. So you're gonna push through the bubble. See, you come through. Like, it's so obvious you're looking for the shatter right now. So everyone is just scattering because you're not actually going towards any specific person. You're just looking for a shatter opportunity. You shatter the person who can fade out of it. All right, so we've got no value. You missed the Fire Strike. Now we charge in. You go for the Winston here versus, like, the Moira, who has no fade. Remember? You just forced it. Just charge and kill her. You charge the Winston, highest health person. Right? Everyone's dead. You're pretty much not doing anything. And then you're going to die right now. And I'm going to stop there. Okay. Yeah, so how do we kind of package this together for you, right? I struggle with knowing what to do when the enemy team seems to be good at playing around Ryan mobility. I think I get lost in the sauce. I don't really even know what lost in the sauce means per se in this context, but I think you need to play safer in general. And it doesn't mean that I want you to be less aggressive. I don't want you to be aggressive unless you perceive advantages. For example, if Winston's their front line, I can step forward and bully him because Ryan bullies Winston. If Sigma's their front line, I can walk forward and I can bully him. If it's an Orisa, I can't bully her. That's going to be a problem, right? If it's like a Roadhog, yeah, I can bully a Roadhog for sure. Like, there are certain heroes that you can bully, and there's certain heroes that you can't. And if you can't, sometimes you gotta play slower a little bit and wait for opportunities to develop. It is very rare that you sit at a corner for 5 seconds, an opportunity will not happen at any means, right? And at minimum, you can just walk them down for shield as an option as well. So, I think that you're picking really bad moments to try to aggress. And then, when you do have great opportunities to kill people, up to and including shattered enemies, you can't do it. You don't want to do it, you can't do it, some combination of the above, right? Not being able to kill squishy heroes off the shatter combo is like so problematic. Like, that's like bread and butter for Reinhardt. Every shatter, squishy hero doesn't get any healing, insta-kill, right? Easy kills. You're just not able to convert that, right? You're like, oh, I'm on top of the Ana, she's one swing away from death. Yeah, I just choose not to kill her. I just literally choose not to kill her. And then I try to charge her later when I like don't have health. It doesn't make any sense. So I would say, one, like understanding when you can aggress versus when you have to play safe. Two, just being able to convert kills and like when you are aggressive in close range. Three, looking back and figuring out who on your team is alive and what their positioning is. Like, you continually aggress without looking at whatever is going on around you. All right, I'm going to stop there. Hopefully this is helpful.